Hi everyone and welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for May 28th through June 3rd, 2018. I felt really guided to use this new oracle deck. It is Turkish and I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce these names with some of these depictions on these cards because it'll be just awful, but I'm going to do my best. I am using a red candle. This is inscribed with Reiki and it's also saying victory inside with some good oils. And this is for victory and our endeavors for the week coming up and also with messages coming through for you guys. And I also have a white candle here. This is for spirit and peace and also inscribed with peace. And I have some good oils and some herbs and some powders. And I put a blessing over it. And then I have another tea light and that little pink Himalayan sea salt tea light holder. And I have holy water, sage. I have selenite, goldstone, red goldstone, carnelian, amethyst, lilac. I have hematite, two shungites, bismuth, Miriam, moss agate, some, as you can see behind there, I have some blue kyanite. I have some unakite, rose quartz, lava stone, and then also a glenalia. Sorry guys, it's been a long day at work. So I'm just trying to get these videos out to you in a very good time. So again, I'm using this deck and I didn't receive any questions from the last video that I done. So I'm just going to go with general questions of, what's the energies and things like that. Again, if you guys are, kind of shy to leave it in the comments of the video, you can always email me. I will leave my email in my website down below so you guys can get a hold of me if you have a personal question and you would like it to be displayed in the next week's video, but you don't want your name to be announced. I can just do the question and then I can link you the video from your email and tell you where the mark is for receiving the answer to your question. I call in my guides and your guides and all beings alike. Something is like really with me. Hold on a second, guys. It's strange. I'm feeling like something's shifting in this room. Okay, back to where I was. I call in my guides and your guides and all beings alike to assist me with this reading and that everyone watching this gets a clear and accurate message for them. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray my sage here. Since I did feel something like approach from behind, which is really strange. I don't get that when I do these readings. I'm going to put some frankincense oil on my third eye here. Okay. And I really like these ones from Walmart. It won't focus, but it kind of tells you what it's used for. This one is used for relaxing, so we got that here. So again, I'm just going to be shuffling the cards and be thinking of the energies for you guys watching this week and what we most need to know. Woo, these cards are like starting to jump here. And again, just any cards that want to fly out. Okay, they told me to stop shuffling and take from the top. So we seem like we got a lot of red today. Wow. Okay. And this is a cool deck. You can do wishes with it. And then, like, depending on if you're a male or female, or whatever you identify with, it has you separate the colors, and then you pick from that stack, which is really cool. Okay, but I'm going to do it like I like to do it, and I'm doing this intuitively with these cards that I'm not familiar with, but they're very beautiful and I really resonate with them. So the first card that we have is Paradise. So what I'm getting is a lot of us are working towards paradise. And I'm not talking about a vacation. I'm not talking about, let's have our heads up in the cloud and be naive and be over the moon and think that, Martians are going to come down and get us. I mean, that's just what I'm hearing from my guides, and they're giggling. But so what this card is depicting, in my opinion, for this week is a lot of us are working towards lighter, healthier, and more peaceful circumstances. This, to me, when I picked up, is love. I also feel like this has to do with finances and marriage and our homes and just all around mind, body, spirit connection. As you see this woman here, she's doing her moon draw, and she's very connected to her solar plexus, as we can see here. So this is all about, when we are connecting with the solar plexus, our joy, our stability in that, our confidence and our unwavering faith is what Spirit's telling me. And in these four corners, we see all kinds of different things. To me, this is talking about being very proactive. When I see the crown here with the waves and the wings, we see also, in my opinion, like a path or even a palace. So tarot, we're talking about the tower, but this is not a fallen down tower. This is a stable tower, okay? And we see that it is very enclosed and very caressed and very safe in this green energy. So this is about Archangel Raphael, I feel, is calling to us through this card. And then down here we see a key. So the key is we're trying to unlock doors or opportunities that we might be scared to be unlocking previous, but we're ready for it. We're ready for the change. We're ready to take that risk. Let's see what's going on here. Why isn't this key not working for other doors? Maybe I could find the right door for this key. So we're really trying to tune in to our soul purpose on all levels. And then this is reminding me of a mandala. So when we're thinking of a mandala, it is, in my opinion, something that we create. It's like a vision board or a sigil for activating a certain energy we're trying to create in our life to harness and be a gateway. So we're trying to find that gateway. We're trying to find that right vision board, that right vision, that right energy level to create a portal to make this happen. And then down here we see cones, and we see, it looks like fruit in it, and we see a little face down here. So that is, to me, about abundance, prosperity, groceries. It's about like your health and a diet. So you want to make sure everything around you is stable, taken care of. You have everything you need to survive. And yeah, we see in this card that there might be a little bit of needs, and we see a lot of needs, but we see little wants. We see that this woman is wanting more joy and stability in her life. So she might have different ideas, but the gist of it is that you're getting all that you need. And if there's any left, you could get some of your wants. But Spirit really wants you to focus on needs and really somehow prioritize manifesting that in and being grateful for however it comes, okay? But I also feel like they really want you to voice what your actual needs are. Like, actually write down. My friend gave me this idea. If you have bills, you write down every bill you have, the amount, and you pray over it, and it will come, however. You don't have to worry about the how or why, but you just have to believe that it will. So Spirit really wants you to feel like your needs are being met this week, okay? That's the gist of the card. So we also see this card, Simra. I hope I'm pronouncing that right? But to me, this is all about when we add 2 and 3 up, it makes 5. So again, we're trying to find balance, but a lot of us want to make sure we have a little bit of wants met. We see the phoenix in this card. So a lot of us are really having this strong desire for something to come back to the present, something to rise up again. It could be our soul, it can be our ambition, it could be our joy and our love and feeling like we're ready. We want our energy level to be on point this week because we need that to get over these mountains or these hurdles or these obstacles that we have. Trying to see this really quick. To me, this is displaying, now people will probably disagree with me, but intuitively I feel like this is the evil eye. So we are trying to be proactive. We're trying to not allow outside influences and other people's jealousies and catty rumors get us down to the point where we feel unbalanced in our root chakra, to where we start really taking on that energy and we start questioning if our needs are going to be met, if we're going to feel like we're going to be okay this week. Are we going to get through the week? You don't want that energy. So Spirit really wants you to be prepared and have the energy, whether you gear up proactively with prayer, with crystals, with holy water, with your mindset, with self-help books, with something inspiring that motivates you. Again, it could be a vision board, whatever it might be. Spirit wants you to be ready to rise above other people's ashes, other people's, what people say, shade, or throwing shade or something. But they really want you to be prepared for that, okay? To rise above the obstacle as much as you can. And if you feel like you can't, call on those angels, call on your guides, okay? Lament. So again, I'm probably mispronouncing this, but again, I'm going off this intuitively. What I feel like this card is saying, some of us are grieving. Some of us are depressed. We are still grieving something that is gone, okay? With the Phoenix next to it, I feel like a lot of us need to detox somehow from our grieving process. We need to really just let that grieving take us where it needs to take us, okay? And know that we will rise above it. We will come out the other side. And we might not be fully, like we said, oh, happy day, all that good stuff. We're not, I was going to say something else, but I'm like, better not. But, you're not going to feel like, I'm hearing that saying, don't fake it till you make it. If you don't feel like that doesn't resonate, be honest with yourself. Set up those limitations to other people that, hey, today I just don't want to hear it. I'm grieving. I'm not having a good day. I just need to be in a quieter space if that can be possible and you guys can work with me. You really need to have your needs met and you need to vocalize them this week so that you can have the energy to take on any challenges at a good pace. But again, don't overexert yourself because again, we don't want this energy to linger on more than it should or more than Spirit thinks it should in order to teach us a lesson or get us through a cycle of life or really cause us to move through something, because when we don't move through an emotion, we're suppressing it, and that can cause all kinds of issues. I know you guys probably don't want to hear this, but it can cause, addictions. It could cause all kinds of stuff that is not going to be healthy. So they really want you to look at that this week. Don't beat yourself up this week if you're feeling a little bit unbalanced. Jenny. Okay. So to me, this, in my opinion, is the devil and tarot. A lot of us are having struggles this week. And so there's two sides of the story for this week. We are having a lot of good, positive, high vibe dream work going on beginning of the week. Okay, we're feeling like things are finally starting to come into fruition, and then some of us are feeling just stuck in this heavy, dense energy where we feel like there's so much outside influences that we cannot even hear our own thoughts. We cannot get the sleep we deserve. We cannot have the balance like this card is displaying with the star of, I think this is a Star of David. That's what it reminds me of anyway. So in my opinion, it's symbolizing a lot of us really need to find our saving grace. We need to really try to find our rock, and it could be prayer, and it could actually be talking through spirit. When it comes to, you can use divination, you can use crystals, you can use whatever you need. But again, a lot of us are needing to hear from spirit that things are going to be okay this week. That what we're going through is not going to be permanently. Because when I see these two cards, I'm just feeling a lot of depression, a lot of anxiousness, a lot of sleepless nights, and a lot of worrying about other people and ourselves, and just everything you can think of just piled into one single second, where it's almost causing your body to go into what guides are saying, like a shock, like a death state, so to speak, energetically. So again, if you're feeling this, your guides really want you to work on verbalizing that you're actually feeling that, even though they already know. They want your permission to intervene. Walk, tree. So, I feel this card is talking about a couple different things. It's talking about balancing, but it's also talking about knowing that some of us might have more needs or wants than others, and that is okay. We don't have to be the exact carbon copy of those around us, because if we try to fit into a box, it's not going to work, right? So really, it's saying that some of these emotions could be from comparison. It could be from comparing ourselves to someone around us, or even our past selves, or even the selves we think we should be at this present moment. They don't want you to focus too much on that, because what is that going to do? When I see the number 5, it reminds me, now people might disagree with me, but when I think of the number 5 in tarot or just numerology, I think a number 4 is stable, and then number 5 could be, stable to a certain extent, but there might be something hanging on there that is kind of causing a little bit of doubt in our stability. It could be anxiety, it could be depression, it could, like I said, be addictions, it could be someone else's input. So really watch out of the energies that are around you this week, and how is it affecting your emotional and mental state, and how that is really, and what I would like to say, how is it affecting your energy level? Is it making you feel like you're, in paradise, and that you're going to have your needs met? Or is it making you feel like you have to grieve and worry and just let everything take over? They really want you to pay attention to that. So it's about getting to the root of the problem. And then we see greedy. So again, I'm seeing two different energies here, guys. So what Spirit's really channeling through me, I feel, is a lot of us, we feel two different ways, a lot. And this is why a lot of us, is what Spirit's telling me, a lot of us are feeling like we are so lost and the world is so out of sync and everything is backwards. Life is backwards. And, there's not really a time frame. I don't feel, we all have our fool's journey. We all, discover different lessons at different times. But getting back to the point, I feel this week is about trying to find a way to really be aware of our own emotions and how it's really being affected tremendously, when the cards are showing me, tremendously, by others. Okay, because we see those that are grieving around us, we see those that are having sleepless nights, and, don't have the energy throughout the day, or dealing with addictions, or dealing with internal struggles, depression, anxiety. Even maybe it's us too. We're feeling like we have to keep up with the Joneses. We feel like we have to have a certain picture of a family tree, or a household, or whatever it might be, to make us feel like we can have the energy to overcome things and make us feel like we're in paradise. But again, your spirit guides want you to focus on what makes you, have compassion for others, have that empathy, And even if you're, for yourself, if you're feeling any of these emotions, the greedy, the not feeling stabilized, feeling like there's, negative energies attacking you, or you're feeling, depressed or actually grieving, that's okay. You need to implement that and to asking Spirit as a need of a solution, a peaceful solution, and how God can somehow bring a miracle, because I feel like it is coming to you this week. But again, it's not going to be if you're feeling two different emotions to where you're not sure which one is actually yours and which one's actually others. Because you can't say in prayer, hey, I thank you for my needs. I thank you for helping me rise above my challenges, no matter how hard it seems. But please look out for my friend that's grieving, or even look after myself that's grieving, things like that. So Spirit this week wants you to try to find a boundary line of energies so that you can really work through these energies in a more, what they're telling me, a more approachable and more relaxing state of getting things done. You don't want to feel just all over the place, anxiety, don't know where to go, okay? So it's really about asking Divine to show you the boundaries of energy so that you can take baby steps to solve these problems through prayer, through taking actions to raise your energy, change your diet, change your environment, helping those that need help, getting the resources they need, or even for yourself if you need some grieving counseling, if you need some, sleeping supplements or different diet, you know where to go. Okay, so you don't feel like, I'm so confused, I just want to go to bed. You want to make sure this week is about knowing your energy levels and where they're coming from and how to really smooth them out so you feel very well taken care of, not only by yourself and your loved ones, but by Spirit. So I do hope this makes sense. I'm sorry if this went on for too long, but again, I really like doing these videos for you guys, and I hope that you guys enjoy them. Please like, share, subscribe. I will leave all my links down below. And again, if you have any questions and you don't want to put it public, you can always email me, and I won't say your name. I will just do the reading in the weekly, but I just won't say your name. I'll just say your question, okay? Thank you again for supporting Raven of Hope, and I hope you guys have a blessed week ahead.